Greetings, everyone. We are going to do a little Reiki this morning, clear out some energy for everybody. Let me do my bells. These are the tinjas right here, okay? If you do the Reiki, this is just a little sample. Bells are good for breaking up negative energy, clearing out your space. I like to think of bells like a reset. I love those toys. I don't think y'all can hear the tuning fork here, so I don't even think y'all be able to hear it, but we'll try. I mean, I can hear it a little bit. Now, you won't get all of these at once during a Reiki session, so because you're not supposed to mix, or it's not recommended that you mix the tinjas, the tuning fork, the singing bowls, or even the crystals, right? It's not even, if you're going to do crystal therapy, you do crystal therapy. If you're going to do singing bowls, one session, you'll do singing bowls or tuning forks, or the tinjas, or, and then using the wand to kind of amplify and open up any block areas that there may still be, okay? It kind of gives it that amplification. I got romper room in here today with these grandbabies, so I'm hoping I can give y'all a little something before they get crunk. Y'all know how that is. Let's see if this one will do. This one doesn't do it when it's in my hand. For some reason, I'm gonna have to set it down. Nope, I'm gonna have to. And then it wants to turn, so I have to kind of play with this one. There we go. Yeah, this one doesn't give me. I have to work with that one. That little bowl there has its own little mind. So I just mostly got, it was a gift, so. This here, each Reiki bowl for each chakra is calibrated to the chakra area. So if you're doing a Reiki session long distance, we can do the chakra bowls or whatever, depending on what's going on. And once I do the assessment and find out which chakras are blocked, then we can go from there, okay? And as you can see, that crown, and you don't even see the crown, but it's right here. That's the crown chakra one. So they all have their little symbol in the center of it. Let me see if I can move this down like this, so that you can see. So we're going to get those chakras open to the... This is not so loud. Throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra. Now, let's See, and they all have their own sticks. I'm just using 2 of them, so I don't need all of the sticks out, so I got them put up in the box. Let's start with the heart. Before you can begin anything, the heart chakra must be open, because it must be open to receive. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to like teach somebody something and they have a closed heart chakra, or it's hard to do any spiritual work, you know, like this on a person that heart chakra is closed and not really open to it, you know. So you kind of think of it like that. If they're seeking you, then okay, yeah, it may be some blockages and you may have to, you know, have that trauma part of that, or pain, or whatever, security issues or abandonment issues dealt with. Yeah, you still have to treat, you know, kind of treat it, or not really treat, but kind of like get down in there, you know, in the layers of it. But it may be open enough for them to allow you to do what you need to do. So, I mean, the heart is a deep level for a lot of us. Heart, crown, root, solar plexus, throat chakra, sacral, and brow. And like I said, the bells, like, you know, they have a tendency to break up any negative energy, you know, that's lingering, that's, you know, stagnant, and kind of get everything on a high vibration, you know, and stuff. So I can do this all day. So you can close your eyes and kind of like, you know, the crown, kind of tune yourself to what the vibration sounds like. Throat, I mean, this is the brow. Throat chakra. It's almost like piano keys. Heart chakra. Solar plexus. That's your creativity, your sun. It's yellow like the sun. Your sacral, reproductive, and the root, reproductive organs and stuff. So a lot of people have blockages there. And your root chakra, right? And we have this one. I love this one, because this one's like a big old gong. Okay, see, there was a little sound therapy for you guys, a gift from me. And like I said, I don't know if you heard the tune and fork, but it is I don't know if you can see it, 528C. So I'm assuming with this, it didn't tell me when I bought these, it was nothing in there to tell me what megahertz or the hertz this was, or each bowl was. It just said it was, the bowl was already created to be tuned to that chakra. So when your chakra hears that, or your body, or however you assess that, or your body perceives it, it already knows that that's the crown. It knows that's the brow. So your heart, your solar. Stop. Excuse me, y'all. Brown and your root. You not see me? Stop. Give it to her, please. Thank you. Get it. Give it to her. And excuse me, y'all. They sibling, what is it? Sibling rivalry, however they call it. Learning their little territories and stuff, and borders and boundaries and stuff. Hey, I'm recording. Casey, I'm recording. Do you want to play with it when I'm done? You're going to have to stop. I'm saying, you got to bribe chaps. You got to bribe them this day. But anyway, and like I said, you do your crystal therapy. That's your root chakra. Oh, and this was the blue lace agate I was telling y'all about yesterday with the communication on one of the readings for one of the signs, and I didn't have my blue lace out at the time, so I brought it out today because I remembered with the singing bowl. So blue lace agate is a light blue, and that helps with your communication. So that's a good one if you're having throat, blockages, with your throat chakra, don't really afraid to express yourself or however that is, or to communicate effectively. Okay. So you can always, have that one. There's another one of my little ones from Hot Springs, Arkansas, that I got out of the mines that I dug, and I cleaned them off as best I could, but you can still see some of the earth in it, right? So here, Casey. And this is the goddess one. This is the one that starts with the C. I forgot what this one's called. I'll know when I see it. But I call this the goddess crystal, because it's about that feminine energy. And I have a waist bead made with this actually. So, and this is some type of genome, if I'm not mistaken, too. And what this one is, this was a gift given to me as well. And I think what it says is when you speak into it, it brings what you want, into manifestation. But I forget the name because I've had it since 14 or 15. So, and I haven't got another one like it. This one I kind of picked up at a thrift store or some type of antique store. I bought this one from. So I'm assuming it's kind of like, and blue's my favorite color. This is my favorite color. So that's why I was drawn to it anyway. So it was like, okay, I'm going to get it because it's blue and I like it. So yeah, but this one I've been had for a while. Oh, that's my grandson. And like I said, this is the carnelian, so it deals with the sacral area. Okay, so if you got any reproductive areas, problems, issues there, you can definitely get that crystal. And then the solar plexus is the yellow one, so I like to do the yellow stones for that. This is citrine. Okay, and your green are for of course, your heart chakra, but your heart chakra can be like a rose quartz too. So softer, love, rose quartz. Think of the little pink rose quartz that look like the clear quartz. And I did not, hold on a second, y'all. Let me see if I can find my go dig up some crystals for y'all so I can finish because I didn't want to leave it incomplete. So now that I'm back, look at those right there. And this is like a red tiger's eye. And you can see it almost looks like tiger's eye because it has the little striate marks in it. And that's good. I forget which chakra, but you can Google it. That's a ruby. I think that's ruby. All right, and here is my lapis lazuli. You can't see it, but it has a little gold, maybe y'all can see it, I don't know. The little gold striate, little dots and striate, little marks in there. And this is actually lapis too, also in this ring. I bought that a few years back in Houston. Couldn't pass it up, it was calling me. I was like, dang, it looked like I can wear this ring. And the ancestor was like, you better get it and try it on. And I was like, damn, I look like, it was like $35, $40 or something like that. And I was like, this lapis? She was like, yeah. I was like, this is my favorite color. You know, and so I tried it on, perfect fit. I was like, yep, it was meant for me, you know. So I get to have my little sky, my little blue black, I call it, right there on my finger. So this is the lapis lazuli, which goes with the brow chakra, as you can see. And sometimes they'll do I think sometimes we do the amethyst, and this is amethyst, and you barely can see it because it's the really dark purple. Like some of them come with more light in them. I like the richer dark purple ones. I don't like the ones that have the light, the little light color in them. Okay, this is also the sun. This was the yellow aventurine I was telling y'all about. You know, that you can kind of get with the solar plexus one, right? And then with the heart, this is the rose quartz I was talking about. So your heart can be malachite. This is my little malachite. I got a big one shaped like a triangle in the room. You know, I look for the weirdest shapes. They kind of catch my eye because I like, dimensions and, different, points and stuff. So your heart chakra can be rose quartz or green. So the aventurine, the malachite, and the green, I had the green moss agate in here yesterday. Oh, here it is on my tarot. And the green moss agate is kind of like a dark one. And then that's the raw aventurine right there. That was a gift. So your heart chakra can be green. And I like to think about this because it attracts money. You know, the pink is an attraction, right? And then this is green like money. So those go very well together. This is like snowflake obsidian. That's a good one. You can look that up. I think this is my serpentine, my serpent crystal. I had an African one. I don't think this is the African turquoise, but I had an African turquoise one, and I gave some to my mom, gave some to my children so they could have that crystal energy around them. And this is mahogany, so you can look that up. Mahogany something or something other. I forget the name kind of, but I think that's it. And like I said, amethyst, and then your lapis lazuli. Okay, and your crown, of course, can be your clear quartz, right? Because you that clarity, right, in that crown. So clear quartz or amethyst usually can kind of go between the crown and the brow because it's all about clarity and intuition, right? And opening up the top of the crown chakra to reach your source, creator, the infinite intelligence, right? So while people thought we would be walking around here with rocks on our arms and, carrying, this is carnelian, right? So while they think we just walk around with rocks all day, the rocks have a purpose. They serve a purpose. And of course you have, like I said the other time in one of the other videos, moonstone and sunstone are the masculine and feminine energy stone. And this one, like I said, I love the little shape. It looked like a heart when I first saw it, and I was like, oh, I gotta get that one. That's so cute. And this is like my little moonstone, and it comes light too, like in this light peachy looking color too. So moonstone comes in like, it almost looks carnelian, but it's not. It's moonstone. And I do think some of them kind of overlap anyway. Excuse me, let me go get that malachite that's shaped like a pyramid. crystals here. Y'all just getting a lesson today. I'm sorry. Okay. There's my little shell I use for crystals instead of burning my sage in, because I use something else for my sage. This is my malachite that's shaped like a pyramid, as you can see. Perfect. You know I was drawn to that, right? So that one is this is a selenite one, of course. This is the raw amethyst. See, it's more lighter than the other one, you know. This is the azurite, I think, and it's like a mixture. I love this. It's a very powerful one. There's a little turquoise for the Native Americans. You know they love their silver and turquoise, right? Here's your fool's gold, right? That's your fool's gold. This is shungite. I have 3 of those. Let me find them. This is, oh Lord, this one. Ouch, burn my finger. Lord. Oh, here's another tiger's eye. And this is the blue tiger's eye. So I have 3 tiger's eye, actually. I have the regular tiger's eye. Let me find it in here. Oh, here it is. The regular tiger's eye, the blue tiger's eye, and the red tiger's eye. So those are your 3 tiger's eye. This is gold sheen obsidian. And if you look closely enough, you'll see the little gold in it. This was one of the very first stones I got years ago when I started getting them. And here's your garnet. I think that's for your root chakra as well. You can use with the hematite, right? The garnet. And it's like a dark burgundy or maroon looking color. That's a ring I bought from a sister that makes those. This is your smoky quartz crystal. This is good grounding stone when you need to ground, just like the, you know, the carnelian and protection. So it's a good grounding stone. This is oh Lord. This one here is your, oh my gosh, on the tip of my tongue. Ah! And my daughter has my big book of stones and I need it and she won't bring it. Dang it. This is like a type of citrine, if I'm not mistaken. It's a point. It's called a point though. And I don't, you know, it's kind of like that to me, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute. But this one here can open up all of your chakras if you go down, and I got to look at it in the book because it's on the tip of my tongue and won't come out. But anyway, if you follow all down your chakras, you know, over your chakras, this will balance them, like really calibrate them. And I can't think of it. I apologize. I have so many crystals. This one was black tourmaline. This is either obsidian or, I think it's obsidian or black tourmaline. Or whichever one that spews out and comes from a volcano, that's what this is. And it's that other round one, like my patient gave me, right? And this is the other one that my patient gave me. He would give me a lot of little, see, he made the stones out of this. And I think this is a red jasper, if I'm not mistaken. Or either the carnelian something or other. I think it's red jasper though. So he made both of these. And those were gifts. This one of these are amazonite and one of them is aquamarine. And I always get them confused, but I know it's one or the other. So this is your green fluorite filtrine. This is a good one to open up. You know, a good one to have. Oh, here's your emerald. That's good for your heart chakra and money too. That's your emerald. Y'all just getting a good lesson today. This is your bloodstone. As you can see, can you put this? Hold on a second, y'all. These little chillins ain't gonna let me do nothing today. Now, I had raw shungite and gave it to my mom because I got it in Houston. This is the tumbled shungite. I gave my mom the raw shungite that I bought. So they come like in a raw too, and I love the raw because you can do bath water and stuff like that with the shungite is a very protective, powerful stone. If you don't get anything else, get you some shungite. And good for that 5G shit too. This is the black, this is, I think this was the black onyx, or I think these are the black onyx. Because this was the shungite, that was the shungite. I only had 2 sets of shungite. So yeah, this is the black onyx. So those are good. Anything black is good for protection, right? Because it's black. This here is the kenite, the black kenite, and I have a blue. And with these, you don't have to, they clear your crystals for you. So these are good to have laying in your crystals because they keep energy out, but I also put it in the sun. Matter of fact, I got to put all these outside today in the sun, let them take a bath, and then I'll leave them over the night for the moon, you know, because remember I said I was going to do that. So see how the ancestors remind you? So it's time for me to clear all my crystals out, let them get a sun bath, you know, and then bring them back in. Or leave them out overnight, and then they'll get their little moon bath, right? This is one of them rhonadites, or these I had when I had bronchitis, and I forget the name of them, but they did help. Rhonadite and something else, because they have to do with the lungs, and that's how I know, because this looks like lungs, like pink, like the lungs. And this one I forget too this one might be the rhonadite or whatever, if I'm pronouncing it wrong. These crystals are something else. Oh, this might be the, okay, now I'm confused. Because see, these crystals look alike. Look at this. I'm going to show y'all how they look alike. One of these are the serpent stone. And then the other one is this I believe is the African turquoise. I remember this. But I don't know what these are. I forgot. I'm going to have to go back to the store, and the crystal store, and try to find out which one is which. But it could be the serpent energy. This is the African turquoise. And I liked it because it was two-toned. Like, I really look for different, like, stones, because if I get them different, then hopefully I'll remember the stone. Because I know I have a lot of stones. And I've given this one, I don't even know what that is, something from Botswana or somewhere, and this one too, somewhere over there in Africa. This is some type of zebra, I don't know. I done forgot most of them. I'll have to look them up. These are, I think, from Africa or Botswana or somewhere. He want to hold it, and then he don't want to hold it. He just want me to hold him. Black tourmaline again for protection. This is another carnelian type. As you can see, it's like the orange. I apologize for keep getting up. Y'all know how this is. You babysitting 3 little grandbabies. There's another little piece of fool's gold. I think it broke off. And this one, I don't know, this one was another one from somewhere. Maybe y'all can tell me, because I have really lost what these stones are. I have so many. I had to give them away because I was like, I don't know what these, and I got this shark's tooth. I don't know why that's up in there, but I got it. And there's a hematite, and it broke. This is like the second hematite ring that I broke, right? And so I was like, it's a stone. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm just going to keep it until I find me another one. It goes with the base, just like your garnet, I believe, and your it was another one. Kason, don't scream. It goes with the base. I think with the grounding, with the root chakra. But what it means when it breaks is that it absorbed all that negative energy and it popped. So I was like, dang, I must have a lot of negative energy around my behind, because that's like the second ring. That just automatically just said, poop. One of them, I just put my hand down on something and it poop. And then this one, I don't know, I think I did it again. And I was like, gosh, I cannot, these rings are so delicate. Like, you can't do anything with them. But they are really good. You can really feel the grounding when you wear the malachite ring. But it does absorb negativity. And when it breaks, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Because that means it broke that energy, right? the negativity. So that's all. And this here, this was a piece of selenite that I was telling y'all that when my friend passed and I was charging it, it broke off. One of my best spiritual brothers had passed, and it stuck right there, right? And I was charging my crystals outside, and when I went to just sit it down on the sidewalk, this little piece broke off, and that light amplified. And that's what it means when the selenite breaks off, that it amplified it even more. It was like he left a piece of light here, you know what I'm saying? So it's very spiritual. And as you can see, I kept the little piece that broke off, and I use it, you know, like that. So everything that happens, you know, and this again I got from a bazaar, and a Native American man said this one starts with a C as well, and it's for more spiritual work. So I do this one. You know, this one is your spiritual one. A Native American man told me about that one. A lot of Indians do spiritual work with that one, or when you're doing ancestral work. So as you can see, I have a lot of stuff, you know, going on here with these crystals. And these are my cowrie shells my Baba made me for Ifa, for my yes or no questions that I do. He made these out of coconut for me. And I'm so glad he did, because he's not here anymore. So, and these are my 7 African powers, and those, you know, are the ancient ones, the Netarus, right? The original creation. So y'all can do your homework on that. If you don't know, now you know. And then the cowrie shells are supposed to be your ancestor. One Nigerian nurse that I used to work for, and he saw my bracelet because I've always had it. He was like, "Do you know what's that for?" And I was like, "Prosperity and good luck." He said, "Yeah, and those are your ancestors." And I said, "Well, that's good. You know, I carry them with me." And then another lady from Nepal that I met in Walmart, she stopped me and she was like, "I love those. You wear those every day?" And they only pulled them out like once a year, she said, to do this New Year thing with. But she was like, "Wow." I said, "No, we wear them every day around here." Our culture wear them every day. I don't know about y'all's, you know. So we're friends because I always go there. So whenever I go to customer service, we talk, you know. And she tells me about, you know, how they use the cowrie shells in their culture and stuff. So it was very interesting to know that other cultures did use the cowrie shell. So y'all know, hey, everything, Mama Africa, we were all over the world. But yeah, it came from, yeah. So the Nigerian nurse friend of mine told me, it's your ancestors, and this prosperity, peace, and abundance, you know, all that good stuff. So cowrie shells. So, and all that good stuff. And then I'll give y'all the chimbas from India, the box. Get you some of these bad boys. So if you don't like the sage smell, you can use this to clear off all that energy from people coming in your house. Now, if they complain about allergies, like I said, you like that booger before they get there. So when they come in there, their energy is clean. And I keep them on deck. Keep them. Because all the time I don't burn sage. You know, I just burn it when I need to burn it, or I feel something that, is leading me to burn it. You know. But like I said, these are finna go get their bath. They will be getting their bath. And I have some Yoni eggs as well. I don't know if you sisters know about the Yoni eggs. Tighten up your kegels, you know, your kegel muscles down yonder. And all that good stuff. Keep it tight, keep it right. Y'all, you can't go wrong. It won't be falling out on the floor. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing like a prolapsed vagina. And I have seen one being a nurse, and it ain't pretty. It's not pretty. That's all I'm going to say. So you better keep it tight and keep it right if you still got your stuff. It's time for your nap. Go to sleep and stop fighting, boy. There you go. Right there. Right there for Granny. Right there for Granny. Thank you. And I'm almost done. Okay, y'all. This is a little tray. I love these. I do my crystal grids on these. I'm giving y'all a whole lesson because I like to help people out and give people insight. So what I do if I'm not making a grid, I buy these little points and I make a grid, and I'll show y'all a grid another day. But this is, they are gonna get sunbathed before I forget, because it's time for me to charge them, because they've been collecting energy. Like I told y'all, they collect energy. So all my crystals go out and sunbathe. Okay? All of them have to go out and bathe. Even these, I like to keep those charged. I keep my wand charged. All of it goes out. You know, I don't, every last one of them that's tucked in every little corner go outside. I don't leave none, even my big ones, they all, like, all of them literally go outside and get charged up. And then they'll be out there getting it, you know. I'll put those over there for now so I can use this, because I'm going to show y'all the Yoni eggs for the sisters. This is a selenite Yoni egg, and they all charge. Selenite charges all your crystals. This one you do not put inside you because it cannot be in water. Selenite cannot go in water. Okay, do not ever put selenite in water. This is just more for me amplifying my other crystals, and I wanted a different shape. You know, I got that one. I got another one. I have another one. This is the black tumbling. That's my pyramid. This is another selenite. So they're all around the crystals to keep them amplified. This is my first Yoni egg I bought. This is a red jasper. This is a florinite. And this, I think, is snowflake. And yes, I do use them. So they're clean. I mean, they're not, you know, they've been clean. And you always clean them before you do insert them in the vagina, okay? And then you let them sit there for however long you feel comfortable with them being there. You know, I've slept in them before. I've done a lot of different stuff. Or I might leave them in there for a couple of hours. You know. So see, every stone from big, every last one of them, go get a sun bath and a moon bath. Oh, good boy. You just not finna let your granny do nothing today. I thought I told you to rock it till you go to sleep. What's wrong with your hands, Casey? Now, okay, and I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all, because I'm gonna show y'all. And even like I said, I got more quartz crystals throughout the ring with the quartz and copper. And malachite works good with copper. Even my little pendulums go out there and get even my little organite pyramid, this quartz, all of it. When I say every last crystal goes out there, every last crystal from everywhere go out there. So you have to do this especially in the summertime. It's very good because it really gets the hot energy. Like, it may be kind of cool out here, but it's still going to get some energy from the sun. And then, like I said, being the full moon in Virgo, I'm going to leave this booger out there and let it soak up, you know, and get that feminine, masculine energy, right? Y'all got to know how to work this stuff. You know, you can sage your crystals and keep them clean, but make sure you do something to keep them clean, because they do attract negative energy, you know, to them, and you don't want it to build up and start affecting you, okay? Because that's what'll happen. It'll drive you nuts almost. So you always clean your crystals off, okay? And that is pretty much it for your lesson for today. And I'm gonna go out here while the sun is shining on my balcony and put my crystals out here and put them to work and let them absorb. And when they come back in, that way when I want to grab one, guess what? I know they're clean. And get you one of these black pyramids, tumbling pyramids as well. I love these. Protection for the house, keep you clean, and selenites and all that, because you got to have that amplification too, because it helps, you know. It just really, really, really helps. So I hope y'all enjoyed the little lesson today, a little crash course. And one day I'll come back on and I'll show y'all how to do the crystal grid as well, okay? That way when you have a certain thing that you're trying to, if you want your chakras open, I make crystal grids for chakras. If you want your money, if you want health or healing, you know, I'll show you how to do the crystal grid because I do it off of here. I had a blue one and a red burgundy one, and then I found this gold one because it reminds me like the sun. So then I became, you know, did it in a lighter. So you can find these at the thrift store or go buy them somewhere at Hobby Lobby. And then get you some points. Like I said, these come in handy, you know, the little points, because they're little quartz crystals. So I bought them specifically for the grid, okay? So thank you all for watching. Do like and subscribe. Tag a friend that's trying to learn about, you know, crystals or want to know about the Yoni eggs and stuff like that. Okay, you want to know about the Yoni eggs and stuff and all that good stuff. And that's just good balance, good feminine self-care, self-love, and self-healing, okay? And don't forget your pendulums because those are crystals too. This is a 7 chakra pendulum. Okay, so I think that's everything y'all got that y'all need to know. So if you have any questions, you can email me. Or if you know, want a long distance Reiki session, $85. We'll do a quick assessment, see what's going on, see what chakras are blocked, and we'll go from there. Okay, now, one thing I will need you to have before you even begin, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put it in this video so I don't have to tell you, and hopefully if you watch it to the end, you would have been done saw it. You will need a glass of water. You will need a candle. And you will need any incense of your choice. It's up to you, whatever you like to smell, for me to do this long distance. And you will need a quiet place, preferably in the bed or somewhere you can not be distracted with children like how I am today, that it'll be quiet. I'm doing grandma duty, but you be very, you know, somewhere very quiet and relaxing. You know, get off the blinds. Somewhere quiet and relaxing. Somewhere quiet and relaxing that you won't be interrupted with a lot of commotion. It could be like you have to lay down. It's best to lay down on your back wherever you are, okay? And then we can begin from there. But you will need a glass of water by the bed, you know, a little tea light or some kind of candle, and then a little incense or whatever you like to smell that's a nice fragrance, okay? Because what you're doing is you're providing your elements. You got your water, you got your fire, you got your earth, which is you, and you got the air, okay? So that's the basics to begin. So that's the way I do it. I don't know about nobody else, but that's the way I do it. Because I want you to be in that zone, okay? I want you to be in that zone. And then I'll need just a picture of you. That's all. I won't even need anything else. But just a full body picture, just so I can, you know, get the chakra part or even just the half part. It depends on what's wrong with you. So if it's something down on the lower extremities, then a long distance picture. I mean a full length picture. But if it's just the chakras, you can just do from the hip area on up. It doesn't matter, just as long as I got access to the chakras, okay? So if you have any questions, give me a call. Thank you guys for watching this to the end. I know it was long, but I just wanted to give y'all a little brief explanation of a Reiki session and what it is. And really, it's like I said, it's opening up those portals, those energy centers, main 7 centers, the main rainbows, the main 7 churches, the main, you know, the Jacob's ladder, all that good stuff, the spine, all it's just opening up all that. That's all this really is about, is your chakras. And those chakras connect you to the source, and those chakras govern a certain organ in your body. So if you have ailments and you're not feeling well, or somebody in your family's not feeling well, you can do an energy, you can get certification and do an energy healing session on them. You know, we are really our true own physicians and doctors You know, we did this first. This was our spiritual science, our spiritual, you know, university, what we learned in Kemet and in Kush or whatever, Nubia. So this was something that has always been a part of us. It's not nothing new, okay? It's not nothing new. Energy is just is. Energy is the Holy Spirit. Energy is, you know, mother, father, son, or child. You know, energy is the oneness, the God, the source, okay, your creator. So you have to know how to govern and use that energy, you know, and to transform that energy, you know, so that if you're sick, you can heal a certain part of your body. Technically, they don't like us to say heal, but it ain't covering it up like medicine. That's what I'm gonna say. So I'm a nurse, and that's my disclaimer. But you know, I'm a nurse, I'm not a doctor. So you go seek your doctor, do whatever you want. But at the same time, we as human beings have a right, a birthright to heal ourselves, to work on ourselves, to take herbs, to do this, to do that. Whatever it takes for us to self-heal, to self-care, to self-love, we have a divine birthright to do that. We don't have to go to a doctor if that's not what we choose. Now, there are doctors out there that are holistic, and those are very good doctors. You know, they believe in alternative medicine or Chinese medicine, and that's good because that was our natural way of healing. Mother Earth put everything here for us in a plant, in a fruit, you know, in the natural water, you know, the spring water or whatever. So we have everything on this planet for healing, to keep us healed and to keep us balanced. But of course, the powers that be that want capitalism and to gain money off of stuff got a governance system set up to where we can't really do that, or we're looked down on for trying to be more natural and be one with Mother Nature, like we were intended to be. You know, and that's the reason for the disconnect in the world today, with people not connecting to Mother Nature, and she cutting up, you know, with all these tsunamis and cyclones and tornadoes, and you know, and of course some of it, yeah, it's them making it and causing it, yes, for insurance purposes, yes, but then a lot of it is to Mother Nature responding. So you just got to know the difference, okay? You got to know the difference. So other than that, I hope this kind of overview give y'all a little bit of what Reiki therapy is. It's just, you know, tapping into the universal source intelligence, you know, life force, creation, energy, and we are channels, conduits for that energy, because we've been attuned to that energy by a Reiki master, and you have to be attuned to that energy by a Reiki master before you can go out there and technically do it. You know what I'm saying? But you already have the energy in you, but with the symbols and all that stuff just give you like the tools of the tarot, it just gives you more amplification. So make sure that person does have a Reiki Reiki master before you try to register for a class. I am a certified Reiki master. So you can do level 1, level 2, and level 3, you know, or you can just get the healing energy session if you don't want to be like a Reiki master. You can just get the benefits of being, having the energy healing session to heal whatever ailments you have in your body, you know, or whatever you're going through. Now, also, just make sure your mindset is clear. Make sure you can relax, you know, during your session. Make sure you're comfortable with the person. Make sure it's your right to be touched and not touched. We are not massage therapists, so we don't manipulate the muscles. We either slightly touch you, and if you don't want to be touched, we kind of go above that area, okay? But that is your right, and you wear comfortable clothes, not nothing tight or restrictive, right? But it's nothing that you got to, you know, take off anything to get it done. You can do it sitting up in a chair, or you can do it laying down, or you can do it, you know, at a park on the ground, if that's what you choose, you know. That's basically what it is. And it's just, you know, opening those chakras, those 7, like I did those 7 bowls, it's opening up those chakras so that you are balanced, so that you can begin to heal from whatever, you know, the ailments are, or the deep cellular levels are that you need to heal on. And we all need that. So that's, and as you know, it's nothing, when we tune into that Reiki energy, it's nothing that we are doing. Once it comes through our crown into our hands and onto you, we have no control over it. We're just a portal. We're just a tunnel, a conduit for the energy to come through our crown and out our hands and onto you. This is no different than what the pastors do when they lay hands on you. But they weren't telling you this. A lot of them probably didn't know, and a lot of them that do know, that's higher up, like bishops and all of them top-notch ones, they know. Don't think they don't know. This been around. This ain't nothing new. That's what all that laying hands on. And I don't need you popping my third eye, trying to pop it out the back of my head, talking about in Jesus' name. No, I don't need you doing that. Don't lay hands on me. You know, you ain't got to slap my forehead. You know, so I think that was a trick in itself. That's just my personal opinion, to just keep your eyes shut. But that's my personal opinion. But you don't need to do all of that, because with Reiki, it's no need to do all of that. Ain't nothing I gotta manipulate. I'm not a massage therapist. Okay, I don't even have to touch you to feel your energy. I don't even have to touch you to read your energy. So energy just is. And it's a snitch, and it be snitching on a lot of people. And they don't realize that their energy be snitching on them. But when you in tune to energy, you know when somebody have a pure heart, you know when somebody got a corrupt heart. That's fact. That's fact, because energy don't lie. Energy will not lie. It cannot be created, and it cannot be destroyed. It will change forms, but it will not lie. Okay? So y'all got to get in tune with yourself so we can raise the vibration on Mother Earth and on our individual planets, which are our physical bodies, because this is what it's about. The journey is about this lower self getting in tune with the higher self, the spirit realm, the mind, right? The matter and the mind becoming one. Okay, that's what it's about. So don't lose sight of that. I hope you all encouraged, stay empowered. That's why I'm here to empower everybody, or myself as well. Because as you heal, I heal. Okay. As I help you heal, I heal. As I teach you, I learn too. Because I'm teaching myself first. We are our first student, teacher, and master. We are the pupil, the people. Okay. We are it. And when the student is ready, the master will appear. So Ashe, peace, love, and harmony to you all. Y'all have a wonderful, Tuesday, and just go out there and be great. And if you can't be great, just be better. How about that? That's a nice start. All right. Peace, love, and harmony.